So we see lots of teenagers and young adults who unfortunately have experienced a lot of structural changes in their spine that can be traced way back to the postures they had when they were growing up as a kid and going through their teenagers years. Unfortunately, a byproduct of the techno world that we live in today is we're seeing huge changes in posture, especially that slumped over posture where the head's forward, the shoulders are rolled in. That causes major problems later on in life. And so I'm really passionate in the practice about making sure we're educating all of our patients and the kids to maintain the right habits growing up so they don't suffer these problems later on in life. One of the biggest things to realize and understand that when you're using an iPad, a phone, a laptop, I want you to make sure all the kids are doing it when they're lying on their stomach and propped up with their elbows, and often even with a pillow underneath their chest. What that does is it maintains the healthy curve in their neck, and so they're not slumped over like this looking down. Unfortunately, when they slump down like this, the muscles in the shoulders and the chest, they'll tighten. They'll develop weak muscles in the neck flexors and also over stimulating the muscles up in the suboccipitals, and that'll start these postural changes. So all their reading on their iPad, even their books, on their computers, is to be done lying face down on their stomach or in a position where the laptop or the computers is looking at eye level. It'll just maintain that posture and stop all of that forward head carriage and internal rotation of the shoulders. Sleeping posture is a big thing for kids. You want to make sure that they try and develop these habits early. I encourage everyone and especially kids to get used to sleeping on their back. If they don't like it on their back, then definitely on their stomach. If they're a stomach sleeper, try and cut that out as much as you can, just because it causes a lot of rotation in the neck. I often advise patients to put a pillow in between your legs. It'll just stop that rotation at night and keep you on your side. The other thing that often I'll see is the school bags. It's so important to be using both straps. I've looked at x-rays of people in their 20s and they've seen massive changes, and it can even develop and accelerate scoliosis in kids when they're carrying it on one shoulder. You get all the muscles that develop in one way, and it can take a lot of retraining and a lot of work to get that back to normal. So I hope this helps. The kids are our future. We want to look after them. We want to make sure their posture is as best as possible to make sure we prevent these future problems.